Hey guys, welcome back to Beach and Fishing. Paul here with you again today. And today we're going to talk about fishing nets for a kayak, or my best fishing nets, landing nets, not fishing nets, landing nets. I always say that. We're going to talk about my landing nets for a kayak. And the difference being is a landing net is the net that you use when you've caught a fish and you scoop it up out of the water. Fishing net is the big net that you use for catching fish with. Well, that's the difference I'm using with them today anyway. So we're here today talking about my 3 kayak fishing net, landing nets, my God. Anyway, so let's have a look at a landing net. This is the one I use. So you can see it's basically with this one, it's an upgrade actually from this is the original one I used to use, which is an old bait one that I found at a garage sale. It's a nylon net, aluminium, nice and light, doesn't retract, fit in my rod holder. The fish went in there. The reason I got sick of it is because the fish tails and fins and stuff got caught in here, and the hook did that. So the hooks would get caught in the netting there as well, and it would rip. So I thought I've had enough of that after seeing a friend of mine have one, and I got this one. And this is what I would recommend you getting, something like this. That's rubber. I mean, obviously you can't see it, but that is rubber. Any fish that I've had in here, the hooks will hook around the end there. I've got a hook here somewhere. So a little hook will go in there. It will catch on there, but it's easy enough to pull out. You can I didn't catch that on there very well, but it will catch in there. The fish fins and spikes and that will go through, but they will come out easy enough. This one here has a retractable handle, so that comes in and out. That's very good. To be honest, I rarely retract my handle because I have a rod holder in my kayak, so I put that in there. But if you don't, you can fold it down, sit it down, and it can sit in the back of your kayak or at your feet or wherever you want it to go. This one's made of lightweight aluminium. It's got an EVA handle. And there's not really much more I can tell you about it. I mean, it's a net that you catch fish in. It's a landing net, not a fishing net. Yep, so the fish come along, scoop it up. The advantages obviously is one of the species we chase, they can drop the hook very easily. The flathead drop the hook. And so if you've got a net, you'll get, and they tend to do it as soon as you try and lift them off because they've got big wide mouths and they shake around and hooks fall out a lot. So if you've got a net, that'll stop that happening. If you're a catch and release fisherman, these are really good because there's no stress on the fish. When you pull a fish out by the hook, it causes stress to their spines and the like, so I've read. If you've got a net, you're pulling it out in a more supported area, so when you release it, it's not a stress and it's not going to cause it any damage. It's easy if you've got it in a net to use your tools and get the hook out. If you're in a kayak and you've got a longer rod, you can go down like that, and you can't see that obviously, but you can go down like that and pull the fish up with your rod intact. So very, very handy on a kayak. I love having one on a kayak. I really miss it if I forget. Where I store it, I sometimes forget it, and I do notice that when I miss it, and I drop fish off when I don't have it too. But very much worthwhile having for a kayak. So let's have a look at the 3 I've come up with. Everything that I've just talked about there is in the site, looking at the size and netting. Just make sure it's the right size for what you're looking for. Telescopic handle, as I've said. That's the one that I use. Now the 3 I've come up with, the first one, and I've looked at these by price and by reviews, so the amount of people who like them. So the Placino fishing net. This one is lightweight carbon fibre, very light. Decent size, 35 centimeters or 14 inches is a decent size, quite deep, EVA handle, and it floats. And not only does it float, you can't really see it there, you can see it up on this one here. See that there? That is what that folds down to. So if you don't have a rod holder, you could fold that up and put it in the cavity of the kayak. You can just put it behind your seat, you can put it at your feet, anywhere like that. Folds down, floats in water so you can't lose it. Extremely lightweight, 12 ounces. And that's why I chose that one, because it's a decent size, folds all the way down, lightweight, good to go. This second one, I've seen a lot of people using these recently. They're almost like a tennis racket size, maybe a bit bigger. They don't fold down, but that's the exact size they are. This one is completely covered in the EVA rubber type stuff. It's again floats. It's got a little thing there so you can tie it on to the side of the kayak and just it floats along. You just pick it up when you need it, scoop it up. I've seen a lot of people using these. I haven't used one myself, but they're very popular. Good reviews and a lot of recent purchases for this as well. So that's why I chose that one. 17 inches, like 43 centimeters in total length. So it's not real long, but you know, 15 inches, 38 centimeter hoop size is very good. Didn't say the depth, but that looks nice and deep. EVA all around. Very comfortable. And you also see, and they show it in the pictures, a lot of people tie them to their belts when they're fishing standing up as well. So that's another good option. And my third option here is similar to the one I've got. So it's a telescopic handle, folds down, and it's bigger than all the others. So for the price, it's very good for the size of it. Lightweight aluminium and alloy, 113 centimeters, just over a meter or 44 inches when it's pushed in. When it extends, it comes out to 1.5 meters or 58 inches. So it's nice and long. There's 50 there is a 30 centimeter option. So I don't know what that is in inches, about 14 inches, I imagine, something like that. There is a smaller option you can get. If you click on that, you'll see the smaller option as well. But 50 centimeters, 19.7 inches, nice and big, nice and deep. So it's a very good one if you're looking for larger fish. I'd recommend this one if you've got a rod holder that you store it in. I keep mine in my rod holder. As I said, I don't squash it down too often. But if you've got a kayak with a rod holder, I would highly recommend this one. As I say, it folds down, floats in the water. It's got a lanyard cord and clip, so you can tie it to the side. That's one thing mine doesn't have. I have dropped mine over the side occasionally. I had to paddle after it. It floats luckily as well. But this one's got a lanyard cord, so you can tie it down too. And as I say, a good folding one, good rod holder one. And that's it, guys. Very quick video today. That's my 3 recommended nets for fishing in a kayak. As I've mentioned, highly recommend getting a net for your kayak. There's only a few things that I think are must-haves in a kayak. One is a good pair of pliers. The other one is a trolley to drag your kayak along from the car to the water's edge or wherever you're going. And the third one is a net. Love having a net. You'll get a lot of fish, a lot easier to fish with. You can just scoop them in, pick them out, do whatever you need to do. That's it, guys. Hope that was helpful. If you're watching this with YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel below. That way I can keep you up to date with everything that I'm doing in the world of fishing. If you are watching this within a post and have any questions to do with your nets, any questions to do with anything else with the kayak, experience with whatever net that you use, if you use one that's very, very good that I haven't included here as a type, comment below. If you have experience with the ones that I've listed or you have a difference of opinion, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, guys, happy fishing. Chat to you soon. Bye.